Have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly capture Simeon's attention while others are left in the background? The truth is, it's not about looks or luck. It's about mastering connection techniques that genuinely pique interest. These aren't just average compliments or predictable lines. They're strategies that delve into what makes someone truly interested. Today, I'm breaking it all down for you. Remember what Will Rogers once said, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. Number 1, that first impression begins with how you interact. The key is knowing how to create a sense of mystery, intrigue, and fun without even trying too hard. With the right approach, you'll leave a lasting impact lingering in their thoughts long after the conversation ends. So, if you are ready to take things to the next level, stay tuned. I'm about to reveal the ultimate connection tactics that people find irresistible. Trust me, these methods will change the way you approach every embrace humor conversation. Step 1. Embrace humor. Mark Twain, the famous humorist, once said, "Against the assault of laughter, nothing can stand. Humor isn't just about making someone smile. It breaks down social barriers in ways far more effective than compliments." Humor shows confidence, wit, and a sense of control in social settings. Qualities people find deeply attractive when it comes to building rapport. Making someone laugh is half battle. Step 2. Master playful teasing. Playful teasing builds attraction early on. It's about gently pushing away, showing that you're not entirely convinced by their charms. All done with a light touch. But here's the key. It's never about putting someone down or being negative. Think of it as playfully pulling their leg. This approach shows confidence and creates unique chemistry that many find difficult to replicate. Avoid predictable compliments. Take a moment to reflect. When you talk to someone, don't just rely on the same old compliments. Most people get nervous and rely on predictable comments like, "You're so beautiful," or "Your smile is stunning." They've heard it all before. People aren't just looking for someone to tell them they're attractive. They want someone who makes them feel something genuine. This approach subtly communicates that your standards are higher and that you're clever enough to keep them on their toes. You're not instantly captivated. They have to bring more than just looks to earn your approval. That's what makes this a win strategy. Create a memorable dynamic. Imagine this. You say with a grin, "Yuck, no, you and I probably wouldn't work out." You're not rejecting them. You're playfully creating a dynamic. This kind of lighthearted pushback makes you stand out and levels the playing field. It's no longer one person chasing the other, but rather two people enjoying the interaction together. You're confidently engaged in and playful banter while most people tiptoe around their words. You're creating an atmosphere of light, effortless flirtation. Here's the critical part. You're signaling that you're confident to engage without putting them on a pedestal. You're showing them that you see them as an equal, not someone to be idolized. But there's a fine line. Don't overdo it too much. Teasing can send the wrong message and can become more annoying than charming. If you push it too far, they might think you don't care, which is not the goal. When you balance attraction with playful teasing, you become the person they remember. And here's why it works. Playful teasing creates a good kind of tension, a subtle push and pull. You show interest, then pull back just enough to keep them guessing. Now they're thinking, wait, do they like me or are they just having fun? That's what draws them in. They want to figure you out. And the more they think about you, the more invested they become. Build trust through laughter. Here's what most people often overlook. The one who can make someone laugh even when they are feeling down is someone they're likely to trust deeply. Why? Because it has emotional intelligence and resilience qualities that make someone stand out when faced with challenges. People feel safe with someone they can trust, especially in moments of vulnerability. So embrace humor and connection and watch how it transforms your interactions. Number 2, the power of mirroring body language. Mirroring body language is incredibly powerful, and mirroring can be a fascinating, almost magical way to connect with others. Imagine this. You're talking to someone and without even realizing it, you're both leaning in your body language in sync like a delicate dance. That's the power of mirroring. It's more than just copying someone's movements. It's about creating an invisible bond when done necessarily. It can be one of the most powerful tools in your social toolkit. Picture yourself in a conversation. Someone leans in and you find yourself doing the same. Suddenly, there's a magnetic pull, an exchange of energy that brings you closer. Isn't that incredible? Oprah Winfrey once said, "If you want to connect, lean in," and she's right. Leaning in not only shows engagement, but also sparks that subconscious connection we all crave. It doesn't stop there. Try a slight tilt off head while maintaining eye contact. It's a small action, but it speaks volumes. It says, "I'm here, I'm listening, and I'm genuinely interested." The beauty of this gesture lies in its simplicity. Yet, it has a profound effect on how connected someone feels to you. Just be careful. Glancing around or looking over someone's head sends the opposite message, suggesting distance. Scientists have studied this phenomenon in slow-motion videos, discovering micro-synchronizations of small movements, subtle gestures that delicate they're almost invisible to the naked eye. These movements include quick nods, slight finger tension, stretched lips, or even minor twitches. These synchronized actions between close friends show how our brains recognize and interpret mirroring as closeness, even if we're not consciously aware of it. It's as if our brains are saying, "This person gets me." And honestly, isn't that what we're all reverse barrels looking for? So why not give it acid? Next time you're in a conversation, try mirroring subtly. Of course, lean in when they lean in, not when they nod, and tilt your head just a bit to show you're engaged. The beauty of this technique is in its subtlety. It's not about copying, but reflecting. Naturally, you'll be amazed at how it transforms your interactions. Number 3, reverse the rules playfully. Imagine you're chatting with someone who's intrigued by your presence. There's a little mystery, a spark of tension, but here's what truly pulls them in. People love a challenge, not kind that makes them uncomfortable, but a playful, engaging one that keeps them guessing. This dynamic invites them to subtly pursue you, keeping them on their toes in a fun, flirty way. Be appear drawn to those who keep them alert. Keep them alert about this for a second. Are you the person who just goes along with everything? Or are you the one who adds a little spice, a playful resistance that leaves them wanting more? Here's a perfect example of how to do this. When you're flirting, you might say something cheeky, like, "My mom warned me about people like you once would totally take advantage of me. What you're doing here is flipping the script." You're insinuating that they're trying to win you over, framing the interaction in a way where they feel like they're the one doing the chasing. This playful reversal taps into a competitive nature, keeping the vibe light and flirtatious. The trick is to keep it fun and never too serious. Timing is everything. If someone's talking passionately about something, say their love for painting or cooking, you don't just want to agree with the very thing they say. Instead, try saying something like, "You're going to have topra that I'm not sure. I believe you show me what you've got." This playful invitation creates a back and forth that's both stimulating and flirtatious. However, remember timing is key. You can't just draw playful lines in the middle of a serious conversation. If the mood is too tense or formal, it can feel off, maybe even awkward. Instead, wait until the atmosphere is light. You're both sharing a laugh, and it's clear that you don't take everything too seriously. Once they know you're just having fun, this approach works wonders because it makes them feel like they have to earn your attention, not the other way around. Think of it like this. Chemistry is born out of a mix of tension and relaxation. You don't want them to know exactly where things are heading. When you say, "I bet I could make a better cake than you," during a conversation about baking, you're planting the idea that you're their equal and now they have Tasha show you up. This subtle competitive energy makes them more invested in the interaction, encouraging them to keep proving themselves because of Challenge them in a way that's engaging, not condescending. Dr. Helen Fisher, an anthropologist for her studies on love and relationships, has discussed the role of playful competition in romantic attraction. According to her, this kind of flirty banter triggers dopamine, a chemical in the brain associated with pleasure. It's a natural way to build attraction and create a memorable connection. Anticipation. It's why playful teasing works so well in creating attraction. It's the emotional roller coaster of highs and lows that keeps things interesting. The key here is balance. You're not trying to outdo or make her feel lesser. Instead, you're showing that you're confident to poke fun at both yourself and her, all while keeping the mood light and fun. It's a back and forth dance that builds tension and attraction, leaving her thinking about you long after the conversation ends, keeping things playful, flirty, and not too heavy. Ensures that both of you enjoy the moment, leaving her wanting more. So, what will you say? The let your eyes flirt next time the conversation flows into something she's passionate about, will you take it at face value or will you throw in that playful challenge to keep her guessing and interested? How will you balance tension and fun to create that irresistible chemistry? Number 4, let your eyes flirt. Have you ever really thought about the power in a single glance? It's incredible to think that just locking eyes with someone for a brief moment can send such a strong message. Eye contact is your secret weapon, and once you master it, you'll be amazed at how quickly it builds connection. People, especially women, are incredibly perceptive, more than most realize even before you say a word. They often pick up on whether you're interested. How the eyes don't lie. They reveal so much whether you're confident, nervous, genuinely curious, or simply testing the waters. But here's the trick. It's not just about looking, it's about controlled eye contact. You want to hold her gaze long enough to show interest, but not so long that it becomes uncomfortable. Imagine this, you're in a grocery store and across the aisle, you catch her eye. You hold the gaze for a few beats, anchor it with a friendly smile, then calmly look away. That simple act says so much. It's like sending out a subtle yet powerful message. I see you and I'm intrigued. What makes this so fascinating is how it sparks curiosity. As humans, we're naturally drawn to things that aren't immediately clear or available to us. That brief moment of eye contact followed by looking away creates a hint of mystery. It's like opening a door just enough for her to wonder what's on the other side. People, especially women, are often wired to be intrigued. The challenge. They don't want to have everything handed to them. They want something to be curious about, something that keeps them guessing. Using eye contact in this way strikes the perfect balance. You're confident but not overbearing. Interested but not desperate, and that's compelling. It sets you apart from those who are either too shy to make a move or those who come in too strong. The real magic happens when you break eye contact at just the right moment. Suddenly, she's left wondering, wait, why did he look away? Was he interested or not? That bit of mystery pulls her in, makes her curious, and now she's thinking about you. This isn't just a theory. Behavioral psychology backs it up. Research shows that eye contact can activate the brain's reward system, increasing feelings of attraction and interest. Dolbert Moravian even pointed out that 93% of communication is nonverbal. That means your eyes are doing much of the talking before you ever say a word. And that's the beauty of it. Controlled eye contact allows you to create tension, intrigue, and connection without uttering a single word. Stay calm, stay composed, and let your eyes do the work. People pick up on these subtle signals more than you think. It's not just about making her see you. It's about making her feel something, making her curious and making her wonder. That's where the real magic lies. Keep it up through that interaction and you'll see the difference. 2. Flirting is like a dance. You take a step, she takes a step. The eye contact pulls her in. But it's the timing and rhythm that make her want to lean in closer. It's about knowing when to look, when to smile, and when to leave. Just enough mystery hanging in the air. As the great Will Rogers once said, you never get a second chance to make a first impression, and he was absolutely right. Mastering the art of eye contact gives you the edge to make that first impression unforgettable. Sometimes you don't even need words to captivate Simi. All it takes is a glance, a pause, and a little mystery to spark something electric. Have you ever stopped to think about the power of a single look? It might just be the most underrated skill you'll ever master. Number 5. The ultimate weapon, push and pull. Push-pull is a classic strategy that works by balancing moments of showing interest with pulling back. It's like a dance where you step forward, then back, then forward again, all in a playful way. Push is when you act disinterested, pushing her away emotionally, while pull is when you show interest again, drawing her closer. The idea is to keep things exciting by keeping her guessing about your feelings. Let's break it down with some examples. You're a danger to my sanity. You're making me so confused. I have to keep my distance, or I might like you too much the way you smile. You know, you're making things difficult for me, right? I'll have to stay away from you. Push, pull for a bit. You're too charming. You're so cute. I can hardly stand it. These lines can be used in person or through text, and with a bit of practice, you'll get skilled at this. It's all about observing the interaction and keeping things light and fun. Here's kicker. There's a hidden art to push-pull that most people overlook: the emotional roller coaster. It sounds wild, but playfully allowing someone to feel a range of emotions like excitement or frustration can heighten attraction. When someone experiences mixed emotions like these, it triggers a release of dopamine, the same chemical we experience on thrilling rides or during emotional highs and lows. People, especially women, often respond to this unpredictability because it keeps things exciting. If you can master this emotional push-pull where you playfully bring her emotions up and down, it creates a connection that's hard to ignore. For instance, imagine she feels your interest level at a 6 out of 10, but then you playfully tease her and let her build back up to an 8 or 9. It's about managing those emotional shifts. As Mark Twain once said, the secret of getting ahead is getting started, and that applies here. Successful push-pull is all about starting that emotional dance with respect and care. Keep it light, fun, and positive. And don't overdo the push or you risk coming off as disinterested. The power of push-pull lies in the emotions it generates. It's not about manipulation, but creating a dynamic that keeps things interesting. So, next time you're in a conversation, think about how you can add a bit of push, pull playfully, push, then pull her back with warmth. Number 6, create a stir, then disappear. Create a stir, then disappear. Have you ever noticed how the most captivating shows end each episode the most suspenseful moment? You're left hanging, eager to know what happens next. Now imagine using that same technique in your conversations, when things are going well, and she's slawing at your jokes, and the connection feels strong. That's your credo. Stop. Don't wait for the conversation to slow down. Instead, take charge and end it in a way that leaves her wanting more. You could say something like, I hate to cut this short, but I have something I need to take care of. Let's pick this up soon. What you're doing here is not closing the interaction, but leaving the door open for more. You're sparking her curiosity, making her wonder what might come next. This technique works wonders because, as psychology tells us, people are drawn to what they can't fully have right away. Anticipation is a powerful motivator. It triggers the brain dopamine system, making her eager for the next interaction. You're creating mystery, and mystery is magnetic. You are controlling the narrative, leaving her intrigued without revealing everything. Now she's left on a high note with thoughts of you lingering long after the conversation has ended. As the saying goes, always leave them wanting more. Number 7, the exquisite power of a simple touch. Have you ever thought about how powerful a simple touch can? It's almost as if we're hardwired to interpret the messages behind every touch, whether it's expressing anger, fear, love, or empathy. Studies reveal interpret touch with up to 83% accuracy. So think about it. What kind of energy are you sending when you touch Simeon? Is it a light brush, a firm grip, or a gentle pat? When it comes to flirting, there's something called the 5 and 15 rule. It's simple yet effective. Aim to touch the other person 5 times during a 15-minute conversation. It could be as natural as a playful nudge or a light touch during a handshake. One-timed, right, even the lightest touch can add layers to your words and deepen the connection. And here's where it gets interesting. The 3 He of intimacy: hands, hips, and hands, hips, and head. Imagine during a conversation, you gently graze someone's chin while laughing at something they said. It's subtle, but it sparks warmth and connection instantly. Or picture guiding someone through a crowded room with a light touch on their lower back or hip, silently communicating care and attention. The head is the ultimate territory of closeness. Whether it's a friendly tap on the shoulder or a playful brush of hair touching Simeon's head creates a unique sense of intimacy. So next time you're engaging with someone, ask yourself, what message am I sending with my touch? Could a small thoughtful gesture shift the entire energy of the connection? Mastering the art of touch is all about subtlety, as sometimes the smallest stick leaves the biggest impact. To wrap it all, conclusion up, mastering this connection tactics isn't about playing games or using manipulative tricks. It's about genuine connection, confidence, and understanding what makes someone feel valued. When people learn to apply these thoughtful techniques, they not only create attraction, but also foster meaningful relationships. Remember, the most powerful tool you have is authenticity. That's what will ultimately make you stand out. If you found these tips helpful, please support the channel by liking the video, subscribing, sharing your thoughts and comments, and hitting the notification bell for more amazing videos. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next.